Hello there and welcome to Fast Track with me, Thalia Pellegrini. Now, Taiwan is a country that hasn't quite made it to the top of everyone's to visit list, but it's possibly one of the most diverse destinations in Asia. This tiny island has been experiencing an influx of tourists from China since a direct transport ban was lifted almost a year ago. But travellers from all walks of life come here, from spiritual seekers wanting to experience religious heritage to computer geeks in search of high-tech gadgetry, as well as gourmands looking for the perfect night market meal. In addition to having some of Asia's most delicious cuisine, Taiwan is also a country with some stunning scenery, and what better way to see it than on two wheels. But if you're serious about your cycling, you won't want to jump on any old bike, you'll want to take your own. But does that mean you'll be charged a fortune by the airlines to get it there? Well, we set Carmen Roberts a challenge to get from Thailand to Taiwan with her bike to investigate the murky world of airline excess baggage charges along the way.
Thanks, Thalia. Well, this is my trusty steed, otherwise known as White Knight 3. It's a bit of a travel-in joke. Now, she might not be the flashiest model on the market, but it's what I feel most comfortable riding, and I wouldn't dream of going on a cycling holiday without her. So we've bagged the bike and now we're ready to take it on a flight to Taiwan. My beast of a bike weighed 21 kilograms. Now, if you're flying with EVA Air, a bike can actually be included as part of your checked-in baggage. But this is 1 kilogram over my 20-kilo economy allowance, which means I would have to pay $50 excess, and that's assuming I don't have any clothes to check in either. Time to get a lighter set of wheels. So, carting a bike halfway across the world is complicated to calculate. If I were flying Air Canada, there would be a handling fee of anything up to $100, depending on my destination. British Airways charges a flat additional bag fee of around $60 if it's outside my usual checked limit. Regardless if you're taking a bike or any other item, it pays to do your research ahead of time. Nearly 65% of the world's airlines are expected to increase their extra fees by up to 20% next year, according to a study released by revenue specialist firm Collison Latitude. And what's worse, the rise in fees will be for things that have historically been complimentary.
The big American carriers, such as Continental, Delta, American, they're all now starting to charge for second checked baggage. It's nearly always in the region of $30 to $50 per bag. In Europe, the airlines are now also starting to add extra fees. So whereas before you used to be able to take 2 bags on for free, you used to be able to transport your skis or your bicycle for free, now it's getting stricter and stricter. Emirates and Etihad, huge carriers in the Middle East and popular with people outside those regions, they still generally don't charge you for 2 items of checked baggage. But it is becoming the trend to try to add on more and more fees wherever you can. And this varies so much from airline to airline. You practically need a science degree to work out how much you're going to have to pay and where to find all the information online.
A few weeks ago, the Fast Track researchers did a quick ring around to price some key items. Now, skis and snowboards are considered part of your standard check-in allowance. But if it tips you over the weight limit on the likes of Singapore Airlines, then you could expect to pay up to $100 on, say, a trip from Asia to Europe. If you're trusting enough to check in your musical instrument, then this is usually considered part of your free standard allowance. But if you wanted to hand carry your musical friend, then most airlines will insist you purchase an extra seat. Now, most airlines will let you transfer your dearly departed for free, but the likes of Qantas and Air Canada insist the ashes weigh no more than 10 kilograms, and if you're flying Thai Airways, they'll want you to package it in a nondescript container. Unaccompanied minors are charged the published adult fare on Virgin Atlantic, while Delta recently doubled its fee to $100 each way, and if you're travelling with Cathay Pacific, then it's $50 for each leg of the journey. Yes, I know, children aren't exactly baggage, but is there no end to the charges? While you might not want to ship your kids door to door, many luggage delivery services are cashing in on the rise in airline fees.
your luggage is collected from your door, it's delivered directly to your destination, so you don't have to take your items to the airports or on board the trains. So everything's there when you arrive. The cost of excess baggage is an average of £114 across the board of the low-cost carriers within the EU, whereas you can take the same item with us from just £65.
While the newly launched Snow Carbon website boasts that taking skis and snowboards on the train is free of charge and environmentally friendly to boot.
People are avoiding the airlines that are charging more, and they're going for the airlines that have a clear policy and saying this is how much your ticket is and that's it. One way you can find that out is to check websites such as moneysavingexpert.com and kayak.com. Lots of price comparison websites out there will also do it, but it's crucial to make sure that the website you're looking at has information that is up to date, because these fees sometimes change on a daily basis. It is getting quite ridiculous.
You have to have your wits about you when booking your ticket these days, as there is certainly no standard set of excess baggage fees across the airline industry. But I must admit, the one perk of travelling with a bulky bike to Taiwan was that I had it hand-delivered at Taipei Airport, rather than having to chase it up at an oversized baggage bay. Well, I'm happy to report the bikes arrived safely in one piece, and now I'm ready to hit the roads to find out if Taiwan is really fit to be the #1 cycling destination in the world for international tourists. So join me a little later in the program to find out.